guys, and welcome back to my channel. A couple of months ago, I ordered this new sponge system called the Super Sponge. Now, they were taking pre-orders at the time, and track back 3 months later, I have it in my hands right now. Now, the packaging comes like this. It's supposed to be a silicone infused super sponge. And let's see, it says it's non-absorbent, expands when wet, similar to the Beauty Blender. Longer lifespan, so lasts 2 to 4 times longer than the other sponges. Then again, my Beauty Blender has lasted me for months, just as long as you take good care of it and you clean it. Usually it's okay, but we'll go with it. And it says it's marshmallow soft. Now, I have to agree, the Sigma Beauty Blenders I did not like. I felt they were way too hard, so I've always steered to the Beauty Blender just because I felt like it was all in all one of the best sponges out there. Now, this one is antibacterial, and part of that is because it is silicone infused, and silicone does not attract bacteria like a sponge would. So I could go with that. And this scrubs clean. Use soap and scrubber for an easy clean, similar to the Beauty Blender. So let's open this up. I'm quite excited. I've been waiting months for this. All right, let's see here. I don't know about you guys, but I always have trouble opening packages. All right, so this is the sponge itself. Ooh, looks like it has glitter up on top. So the bottom half itself is completely sponge, similar to the Beauty Blender. But up on top, you see that it's kind of, let's see, it's kind of glittery. And that is the silicone that's infused in the actual sponge itself. And it's really soft. It's quite soft, which is good. It feels just like a Beauty Blender. It looks kind of pretty, actually. And then it comes with this little device so that you can clean your sponge with. So that's pretty cool. Usually I do feel with my Beauty Blender, it doesn't quite really get all the grime out of it because I do need something similar to this to kind of clean it out. So this is quite impressive that they included it with the actual sponge. All right, so I don't have any makeup on right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet this similar to what you would do with a Beauty Blender. And let's try this out and see how it works.
A few moments later.
So now the sponge is all wet. As you can see, it definitely expanded. It's still pretty soft, even around the silicone area. And I really feel because it's both sponge and silicone, they kind of bounce each other out. So yeah, I'm really interested. It kind of looks like a little porcupine. Alright, so I'm going to go full coverage today and use my Huda Beauty foundation in Latte. And let's try this little sponge out. Alright, I zoomed you guys in so that you can see a lot better and see the coverage of this sponge. So I'm going to dip into my foundation and just like a Beauty Blender, kind of really pick that up. Okay, so let's... Alright, definitely feels a little bit different. You know, with this sponge, well, this is a sponge, so I'm going to go in with this side. This one feels a lot softer to kind of put in, similar to what you have with the Beauty Blender. But then this, I feel like there's more resistance in there. And it doesn't quite go into the skin as much, but let's keep on going and try it out. I do like that they did include a normal sponge on the back side. So what I think we could do is apply the foundation on the silicone infused side and then blend it in with the sponge side. Yeah, that looks nice. All right, let's try this side with me just dotting the foundation on. I definitely feel that it's spreading the foundation more so, where I don't have to use as much because the top layer doesn't really suck the foundation like the Beauty Blender would. but I still like pressing that foundation in with the sponge section. It just makes for a more flawless finish. Okay, I'm still going in with the 2 pumps of foundation that I have on there. I probably could have used less. But you can see how it's spreading all the foundation that I applied on there. Usually with a beauty blender, it would just suck it right up, and I would have to apply more. I'm so used to the beauty blender that when I try to use anything else, it just feels so foreign. Even the sponge side I really like. I don't feel like it's like the beauty blender. The sponge, if you have a look, I barely even see any foundation on there, even though I'm like really dabbing it. But even that side isn't kind of accumulating all that foundation as much as a beauty blender would. And there is my skin using the Super Sponge. I think it looks nice. What do you guys think? I mean, the application is very seamless. I literally didn't even use all the pumps of foundation that I put. There's still a whole heap on there. So next time I can literally only use probably even like 1 pump. That's pretty cool. And I really like the application. It's very flawless, and I do love that they have the regular sponge that's not silicone infused to kind of just blend everything in. So you can use the silicone side to really extend that foundation, and then the other side kind of pat it in. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright, I have the rest of my makeup on and my skin looks really flawless. I really actually am loving this sponge, but I thought we would apply some cream blush. So I'm going into my Natasha Denona blush palette that is very much loved, and I'm going to use the silicone side to go into this cream blush right here. Oh, you need to be careful and not really like dig in like I normally do with my beauty blender. It picks up quite a bit on there. So I'm just gonna dab this very softly because I know there's a lot on there and I don't want to look like a clown. Oh yeah. Alright. This sponge is very handy. I love the dual-sidedness of this. Actually, you know what? I can still use just that 1 dab that I did on this side as well. Alright, this side does not blend it very well, but it does have a sponge on the other side that blends it perfectly. So it really is a balanced kind of beauty blender, if you want to say. Very handy to have. So I do want to clean this sponge on camera for you guys to show you how exactly it cleans up and how well it does. I know with the beauty blender you still see a little bit of staining here and there, but I'm kind of really interested to see with the silicone infused area of this, does it clean it out totally and completely? So let's go to the sink and let's see how this thing cleans up. When I clean my beauty sponge, I usually use the Beauty Cleanser Solid by Beauty Blender, or just good old Johnson's baby shampoo, just anything that's really mild. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Solid Beauty Blender soap. And let's see. Just apply some soap on there. Alright, you can see it's really getting that off quite well. Alright, so as you can see, this is what the sponge looks like. Clean. It really cleaned the sponge area very well. But where the silicone area is, there are still some areas that it didn't really quite remove it all. But this is it all nice and clean. Now for my final thoughts on this little super sponge. I actually really like it. I didn't think I would say this, but I think this is going to replace my beauty blender. I love that it comes with this little device to clean it out and just to scrub it all up. It cleans up quite nicely. I mean, the beauty blender, when I usually clean it out, I don't usually get 100% cleaner out of this. Cleanliness wise, I feel like this is pretty good. I love that this silicone area doesn't suck too much foundation, so you definitely do use less foundation. Now blending it on the silicone end, I don't feel like you can blend very well. You can definitely apply your foundation. You get pretty decent coverage, and then I love that they included a just normal sponge area so that you can dab on and make that foundation look flawless. Now the one thing is, I do wish that they would come out with cases for these. I know the beauty blender has separate cases that you can buy individually, but this sponge did come with a little cleaner, scrubber, whatever you want to call it, so why not even include a little case to come along with this little guy. I did really like this sponge for sure. Price-wise, it's $19.95 plus shipping and handling. That's usually how much the beauty blender does go for. I believe they're about $20. So really, I feel like it's better than this beauty blender. It's kind of that one step up from the beauty blender. Great job. I highly recommend it to you guys. I think they're back to going to pre-orders now on supersponge.com. So if you are interested in trying this out, definitely highly recommend it. Go onto the website and pre-order it. They will send it to you guys, and it's definitely worth the wait. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Love you guys so much. See you guys next week. And now for my final other than that, woo.